Okay, so
Yeah, so yeah, I feel I've done quite well with the mirrors, haven't I?
yeah, so did well with your mirrors. So
Yeah.
we've got those sorted out. What we're going to do now is the emergency stop exercise.
Oh,
Okay,
right, yeah.
also called the controlled stop, but emergency stop's
Yeah.
good enough. Okay, so Tony, have you ever had to brake very hard before?
No, my brother has to quite a lot though.
Okay, and why do you think that is?
Don't know.
Okay, well, how do you think we can avoid a emergency stop? Because it's all well and good me briefing you and telling you how to do the emergency stop, but prevention's better than cure, isn't it? So how can we avoid an emergency stop?
Don't know, I've never done one.
Okay, well, when you're driving along, you're looking well ahead, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
I always
you-
look well ahead, yeah.
Observation
Yeah.
and anticipating. So if you were driving past a school at school chucking out time, what
Yeah.
may you be anticipating?
Oh, school children.
Yeah, and you know they're a bit unpredictable, might go out into the road.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So then you would adjust your speed, wouldn't you? You'd slow down a bit and be prepared maybe to stop
Yeah,
them
yeah.
if you have to.
Yeah,
Also, ice cream vans. Children love ice cream, don't they?
yeah.
They might walk out of their house as well. So, having said all that, you can be a very good driver. You can be looking well ahead. You can be anticipating. You can be driving at the correct speed for the road conditions and know what's going on. And if you're doing that, the chance of having an emergency stop, I won't say will never ever happen. It may well do, and you need to know how to do it correctly and safely. But if an emergency does come up, I'm going to tell you what to do with it. So what you need is a quick reaction
Right.
for the emergency stop. Now, when you brake normally, how do you normally brake to slow the car down?
I think my instructor calls it progressively.
Yeah, it's gently progressive braking. Now, the emergency stop will be quick progressive braking. Okay, so it's instead of, I'll show you on this here. Instead of pushing down slightly, it will be a sort of down. Okay, a quick progressive brake, and then
No, I read in Essential Skills that I need quick reactions and firm and progressive braking. Is that right?
yeah, firm progressive braking. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Okay, and also when you stop normally, what do you do with your braking at the end as the car has or almost comes to a stop?
Oh, I lift up the thickness of a pound coin to stop that jerking.
Yeah. Now, because it's an emergency stop, we're not going to do that. We want the maximum braking. Now, also with braking, what would you check before you brake? Before you slow the car
I check the
down.
mirror, don't I?
Now, the emergency stop is the odd one out. We don't check the emergency stop.
Why is that?
Because if you've checked that door mirror, the time it takes you to check that door mirror and brake, you may have run the child over, mightn't you?
All right.
Because you're actually travelling. If you're doing 30 miles an hour, the car's travelling at 45 feet rather, per second.
All right.
So that extra second, you've travelled that bit further, you might have run the child over.
Right.
I mean, you should know what's behind anyway. But at the end of the day, if something does hit us behind, you know, this car can go to the body shop and be repaired. Okay?
Yeah.
We're more worried about the child, aren't we?
All right. Yeah.
Same being run over. Okay, so it's firm progressive braking, and don't come off near end of stop.
Yeah.
We also would keep both hands on the steering wheel. We're going to grip the wheel a bit firmer.
Right.
Okay, because what's going to happen is when you brake with your brother, when he brakes harsh, what happens to your body in the seat?
So I'm all over the place.
Now, what actually happens to it? Where does your body go?
Yeah, my head nearly hits the window.
So you're thrown forward, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's why we keep both hands on the wheel. And then just before you come to a stop, you're going to put your clutch in. And that is going to... Yeah, clutch down.
Oh, clutch down.
Clutch
right,
down.
Yeah.
And that's going to prevent the car from stalling.
All right.
Because it's not a huge problem if we do stall. The main thing is to stop. But the thing is, if we did stall in the road, what if we couldn't restart the engine?
Don't know.
We're stuck out in the middle of the road, aren't we? You know, we're causing obstruction.
Yeah, but surely the main thing is I don't run the child over, innit?
Yeah, that is the main thing. Yeah. So say the song's a major thing. once you've come to a stop, okay,
Yeah.
you're going to pop your handbrake on
Right.
to secure your car. You put your gear lever into neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, it's important you put your handbrake on before you put the gear lever into neutral, because you put the gear lever into neutral, say you're even on a bit of a hill and your feet come off the pedals, you're going to roll back.
All right. Yeah.
Or if you're in gear and you come for your clutch, you're going to shoot forward.
Right.
So the handbrake secures the car then into neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you move off, okay, it's very important to observe all round.
Right.
So you're going to check your middle mirror first
Right.
for anything what's behind.
Yeah.
You're then going to check your left blind spot over your left shoulder. Check anything what might be coming behind. Your mum might be running out of the house. You know, checking that,
Yeah.
you know, the child's all right. Might be a
Right.
bike. Anything left door mirror. You can check the middle up the road. Right mirror. And you check over your right shoulder. It's very important you check all the blind spots, because generally speaking, if you were moving off from the pavement, you wouldn't check the left blind spot. But because you're in the middle of the road,
All right.
that's
yeah.
really important. Now, there are a few things I need to mention with the braking. Have you heard of ABS brakes? Very, very common on new cars nowadays.
Absolute braking system, isn't it, or something?
Not quite, no. You've got the braking system, mate. It's called anti-lock braking system,
All right. Yeah.
which, this car's got anti-lock brakes, by the way. And what it basically does is when you brake as an emergency, it basically pumps the brakes on and off, so the brakes don't lock up.
Right.
The benefit of that is it won't necessarily stop you any quicker, but it means you can brake and steer at the same time.
Right.
So if we had to brake and steer to avoid something, we can keep the brake pedal applied and steer.
Right.
Because if the brakes are locked, the steering locks, we can't steer. If you get your own car when you pass your test, because you students have got a huge amount of money, if the car's got ABS on it, then you can do something called cadence braking, where you pump the brakes on and off. So when you brake and you want to steer, just release slightly, brake again, release slightly. Okay. The other thing is, know what skidding is?
I've heard of it. I skidded on my bike a few times. But
Okay. Why do you think that was?
don't know.
What do you think is the main cause of skidding?
Don't know really.
It's actually you, the driver, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
You're in control of the car, aren't you? I mean,
yeah, that's why I keep falling out the bike then.
there are other factors that can contribute to skidding. Things like the weather. If the road was very wet, or there was oil on the road, the car would skid more, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I can go around the corner really quick on my bike in the dry, but when it's wet I keep falling off.
Yeah. So you'd need to adjust your speed. And
Yeah.
if it was icy. Okay.
No, it was icy, I just leave the bike at home.
Okay. So, if the vehicle does start to skid, if the vehicle starts to skid, okay, if you're on the brake, you need to remove the cause. What's causing it? You need to ease off the brake, and then steer in the direction of the skid. Gently steer to the left or to the right, wherever the skid's going, but not to oversteer, as you'll cause the skid the other way.
Oh, I thought you said with this ABS that I could steer.
Yeah, you can brake and steer at the same time. That is correct if you have to brake, but to be fair, ABS is of little use, or really of no use, on ice or snow. So if you're on the brake and the car's skidding forward, you just need to remove the brake pressure slightly, and that will allow the wheels to spin a bit, move a bit, so you won't slide across.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Okay. Have you got any questions? What we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do before you go. We'll do a dry run of the braking,
Yeah, I'm
shall
just a
we?
little bit confused about the skidding.
Okay.
I thought you said to me, because of this absolute
Anti-lock.
brake system, that I could actually steer.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can steer and brake at the same time.
And if I've got a child running out in front of me and I skid a bit, I'm going to come off the brake, I'm not going to run the child over.
Oh yeah, if it's like that, you'd keep the braking, wouldn't you? And then steer.
I don't know, I'm asking you.
Yeah, you would at the same time. But with skids, you need to remove the cauls, don't you?
So, if my car's skidding to the left, what do I do?
Gently steer to the left,
Alright. And if it's skidding to the right?
steer to the right.
Alright.
But don't oversteer us, so you'll put a skid the other way.
Right, okay, I got that in there.
Okay. So do you want to we'll do a dry run of the stop here.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is, when we do the stop, I will check around, make sure it's safe before you do one. Hopefully it won't happen, but if you do get to do one for real, then obviously do it, you know.
Right.
I'll check this mirror and I'll show you over my shoulder. The sign I'll give you is this, and I'll say stop, and I want you to stop the vehicle as though a child, dog, whatever's running into the road.
Alright, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So both hands on the wheel,
Alright.
and get yourself comfortable. Yeah, put your belt on. And also make sure, very important, make sure there's not too much slack, because when you do the e-stop, you're going to go forward, okay?
Yeah, I put my seatbelt on every lesson.
Yeah, okay. So, you're driving along, keep both hands on the wheel. Okay. And stop.
Oh.
Okay, you didn't stop there.
Oh, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, do the emergency stop.
Alright.
So basically, your foot's got to come. Basically, if I show you on here, right, I know this is a clutch, but if that's your gas,
Yeah.
your foot's got to, you're on the gas,
Right.
your foot's got to come from the gas to the brake, so it's going to be stop. Quick reaction,
Oh,
see?
right, sorry, yeah.
Quick.
Sorry. Alright.
Right?
Right,
And then at the
right.
end, clutch down. Or,
Right.
no, just before you come to a stop.
Alright.
So I'll check, go along, I'll check round, right, stop.
Alright.
Okay?
And clutch down.
Okay. Okay. Got onto the brake, that was good. Braking was good. The only thing was, there was a little bit of a delay there between going from the gas to the brake.
So that was not quick reactions.
Wasn't quick enough.
Alright, yeah.
So we'll have another go. So back on your gas for me. And stop.
That quicker?
That was quicker yet. Okay, you'll give it another go.
We could have a race, couldn't we?
Yep. Let's have a go, shall we? Let's see who can do it quickest, right?
Let's put a 10 on.
Another coffee at the end.
Alright.
Right, okay then. So, 1, 2, 3, stop. You beat me.
Mind you, did give me an advantage. You counted me in, didn't you?
Right, there we go. We'll do ready, steady, stop. And on stop, I want you to stop. Okay?
Well, just stop is good enough, isn't it?
Right. Stop.
That was okay, wasn't it?
That's quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do something for real, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you got yourself set up, haven't you?
Sorry?
You got yourself all set up, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
There's everything.
Let's pause this, then we'll restart it.